Good morning and welcome to the River Mersey on this stunning day. I'm fishing and Sarah's fishing on the other rod. We're after the rays. I've got one of my new pen rods. Let me spin you around. The Tidal XR 480. Yet to catch a fish in it, but I've only used it once with my new reels. Sarah's on one of my other pen prevails in my old surf blaster, the Mark, whatever they are, I forgot what mark they are. Fishing this rig that I've sort of chucked together with sardine and squid baits. Big baits, big fish, big rays. I'll quickly show you this rig. Sorry about the lighting here, I am behind a load of trees. It's a bit dodgy where we are, there's not much space to cast or anything. But the reason I put these things on this rig is, well, it's a running rig on the bottom, so you just got that. What you got here is that piece of metal kicker there stops the line from tangling around the lead, and you've got like a nice long trace. I've also got quick link swivels on so I can bait the snoods up and go again. Let's see if they work. It is lovely out there, absolutely lovely. It's quite a big tide, so we might get a bit of pull. We're about 2 hours from the top. There's anglers down there, there's anglers on the point. Got Liverpool in the distance. I'm going to get these rods in and see if this rig can produce the goods. I think it's a cracking little rig. Might have needed 7 or 8 ounce leads, but we'll see, we'll work that out. But look at that for a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to catch a ray. It's time to get the rods out. It is so awkward here to cast. I think I'm going to have to come over this way a bit and do a sort of a swing around or something. It's not much room. That rig is working absolutely perfect. If you look, the way it's spinning around the lead, it's not getting tangled, and it's going to do that on the way down to the bottom and through the air, hopefully. It does seem, I ain't going to say, but it does seem impossible to tangle that. We'll soon find out if it tangles. That was actually all right. Right, still dropping, still dropping. Right, I'm going to let that settle, and then I'll bring you back. I'm guessing it's going to pull round a lot because it's a big tide. So both rods are in now. I had to cut you off, somebody was walking past. It looks like they've both settled, although they are pulling around quite a lot. I think one's pulled over the other looking at that, to be honest, but they're in and they're fishing. There's a bait in there, so let's just hope something picks it up. Could do with that water slowing down a little bit, to be fair though. It's pulled one round into the other, which is not ideal, but I'll cross that problem when we have a bite. I better get in the sun or you won't see me. I look like a shadow. I think Sarah's rod just had a bite, but she's just took the dog for a walk down there, so I have to pinch her fish. There's something huge drifting down the Mersey, sorry, over there. It looks like an elephant or something, big grey thing. But at the moment, the tide's just pulling that little bit too much. I'm being literally washed away. But it's going to slow down within the next half hour, an hour, so it's not going to get any worse. It's just about fishable. It is pulling me around, but it is just about fishable. But yeah, it did look like there was a bite on the right one. But with this flow and the weed and what's coming down the middle of the Mersey, it only takes something to hit the line to give you that bite. So look, that one looks like something's happening now. But there is a lot of pull, there's a lot of bouncing, but it will slow down. And as I say, I've only got 6 ounce grippers. I'd have liked 8, but you just got to work with what you got, don't you, sometimes. I'm going to be in complete darkness soon once that sun goes behind the trees. Apologies for the lighting, there's nothing I can do. If I look like a shadow and an outline, it is what it is, that's that. The lines are over each other, so if I get a bite on one rod, they could both go, so I'm going to have to try and see if I can work out which is what now. Is it over or under? Oh, it's under, right. Yeah, so I don't want to lose a rod, especially one of these brand new ones. And then this one. Oh, I'm in a mess, I'm in a mess. This is how not to do it. But they've crossed over and it has to be done. What a nightmare. I'm having a mare. And there, and there. Yeah, I'm proper hooped over. But the fishing, there's 2 big baits on, and although they're hooped over, they are still at a decent angle, so they're out in the water. They are out there. Don't know what the snag situation is going to be like here, to be honest. I've never fished this part. I've fished up there and had some rays and stuff. I've never actually fished here. I don't know. The current's absolutely killing me at the moment, though. I'll cut you off and bring you back if there's any action. I need to stay by these rods till at least it slows down a little bit, because it could go at any time. I don't even want to go and switch the camera off in case I lose a rod. Hopefully not though. I'll bring you back if something happens. I think there's a chance both of these rods are snagged. They've both gone round to sort of a 3 o'clock angle, sort of, well, yeah, that way, 2 o'clock from where I'm looking, that way. And they've both stopped in about the same place and they're just hooped over. They have been in about 20 minutes. I think I might have had a bite. I've had to swap the rods around because I was getting tangled. I'm going to have a look now. I've just baited up 2 new snoods ready to clip on, but if you want the truth, I think I could be in some snags here, which would explain why nobody normally fishes this bit. You can tell straight away, though, my new rod to the old ones, like how much stiffer the tip is on these. Still yet to catch a fish on them, though. But that pull there. Right, let's hope this isn't snagged. And there's a plane going over right on cue. Oh no, it's not snagged, it was fishing. Sorry about the jet going over. Is that a bite on my other rod, or have I got my other rod? I think I just had a slack liner on my other rod. That's not me that's got it. The other rod's just had a slack liner, or is it me? I've hooked my other rod. Oh no. There's weed all over the line on both. I can't reel, I'm blocked up with weed. Blocked up with weed. This is a mess. I did say just before that these rigs shouldn't tangle. On the cast, no. They're going to bloody tangle with each other. Weed, tangles. God damn. Right. I'm going to cut you off. You don't need to see this mess. This is a 10 or 15 minute redo job. Welcome to the Mersey. Well, that was nothing short of an absolute mess. Needless to say, down to 1 rod. And on top of that, I don't know if you can see that big vessel in the background. It's just come straight across and churned everything up. And both baits was completely crabbed out, or something's had them. So I'm just going to fish this 1 rod and change it every 10 minutes. Sarah's rod's in now. That was the one that got tangled and got chopped. So, weed really bad all up the line. Crabs, ships, tangles and strung flows. River Mersey, you are a tough one to crack. A very tough one, but it is a big tide. It's still about an hour and 15 minutes till high tide. I got it pretty much wrong. I turned up right in the middle of the tides, to be honest. And it should start slackening off now. That one is holding a lot better now. So I'm going to keep some snoods baited. And for the next hour, I think I'm going to change baits about every 15 minutes, keep putting the stinky bait out, and just hope I can pick a ray up. I can't be picking anything else up the way I'm fishing. Might get a conger or a horse or something, but not going to pick up anything small. The hounds, from what I hear, has pretty much moved out the river now. There might be the odd 1 or 2 around. That's it. I'll bring you back if something happens. It's not going to plan, but there's still time to make it happen. Well, still nothing as yet. Once again, I apologise about the darkness of the camera. I've moved it around to a few different places, seeing if I can get it to brighten up, but I have got a bit of AI brightener on this app that I use, so I can probably brighten it up. It probably don't even look that bad. It's probably me being paranoid. But anyway, 45 minutes to high tide now. Nothing. This bait's been in about 20 minutes. I'm going to give it a check. The curse of the new rods, I've not caught nothing on them. I'll tell you what, they are nice though. Got a feeling there's going to be a lot of weed on these. So smooth, them new reels as well. It's nice to use a reel that doesn't squeal. I can see weed all over my line. Might start clogging up soon. See how far, yeah, it's starting to clog, see if I can shake it off. Let's have a look what's going on with the bait. This has been in the water 20 minutes. To be fair, the weed's not as bad now. I'm not reeling that around my reel. That can come off straight away. Straight away. Nothing worse than having all that crap on your reel when you cast. Even one little bit flings for the eyes. It's like not good at all. Especially my new reels. Got a bit of fishing planned over the next few days. I'm back at Moston next because I've got to have another pipe put on my car, and I'm determined, absolutely determined, to make something happen from there, because that's been my bogey mark where I can't catch nothing. Right, I'm going to completely and utterly crabbed. That's within 15-20 minutes. I'm going to be changing every 10 minutes now for the last 45 minutes, so 4 or 5 more casts every 10 minutes. Come on. It's been a timed 12 minutes since the last cast. I think that's what I'm going to go on, unless this bait's all right, and then leave it in for about 15. If it's not all right, I'll probably try 10 minutes on the next one. Just want to make sure that there's a fresh bait out there for the next 45 minutes at all times. That is pretty much all you can do. The water is slackening off nice now. The weed seems to have stopped with the tide. Let's have a look at that bait. That bait's not too bad actually. It has been crabbed a bit. I'm going to clip a new one on and get it back out. Yeah, that bait wasn't too bad, but at the same time, it has been crabbed. So I'm going to stick to about 12 minutes in between each one. 12 to 15, something like that. Then bring it in, change it. Just keep a fresh bait in. In and out as quick as possible. And while that's in, I'll get the next snood baited. 12 to 15 minutes time. That one will be going on. Just keep repeating. Keep blanking. That was after 12 minutes. All the goodness is completely gone. It was just a carcass. So, you know, in this video I keep going, it looks really dark, the quality's crap. Well, one, I had a dirty lens, which was just cleaned, and two, I had the brightness turned down on my phone. I turned it down the other day. So I've been looking at the screen thinking, oh, that's really dark. It wasn't really dark at all. I just needed to turn the brightness up. About 20 minutes till high tide now. Not a nudge. Not a single nudge. I've got this ready to bait. All ready to go on again. You know, I can't be doing no more the big stinky bait. Oh my God, there's a wasp on it. He grabbed that wasp then. You can do one. Come on. Get out. But yeah, he's definitely going to have me that wasp, Benny. And rightly so, I've just flicked him. Anyway, that's ready to go in. That tip has not moved all day. I think there might have been a bite on the very first cast on Sarah's rod. But that was not confirmed. It is beautiful out here though, isn't it? There's got to be some rays out there. There's only been that one big boat. Not seen any more, which is good. And so there's anglers down there. They're not had any luck either. As from tomorrow, I'm going back to Moston tomorrow, as I said earlier. And that place has broke me 4 or 5 times over the last year or two. I've never had nothing. Did pick some black lug up from Eastham angling earlier, frozen black lug. So I do have some worms for in the morning. So I'm going to try and catch a flatty at least from Mostin and put a big bait out. But the only reason I'm fishing that again is because I'm there in my car. It's not for me, that spot. I just can't get on with Mostin. And that's it, really. 10 minutes? Sarah's shouting me every 10 or 12 minutes because that's when I said I'm going to change my bait. So she's my timer. I'm going to leave this one in another 5 minutes because that fish still had a little bit left on it. Give it another 5 minutes and recast. But oh yeah, by the time you're watching this, it's only a video or two ago, last week or the week before, I was saying, you know what, with its 78,000 subscribers, I checked this morning before I come here and I was about 22 subscribers off hitting 79,000 already. I bet by the time this video's done now, so I'm probably going to have got the other 20 subs today, the way it's going, without a doubt, I'd have thought. I bet we're on 79,000 now. So I want to say a massive, massive thanks to the amount of people jumping on and following the channel. So to the other 1,000 of you that have joined in the last week or two, thank you very much. And to everybody else, thank you very much. And if you haven't joined, then join. Because not every session's like this, we do catch fish. This is the curse of the new rod, isn't it? It's the curse of the new rod, but there's still time. As long as there's no more big boats coming through, there's still a couple of casts going out to where the rays are, and I still believe something could happen. But it's not a bad place to be, is it really? Let's face it. It's worse places to be, but that rod could go at any second. I thought I heard a big boat, then it's a motorbike. On the plus side, I had some breakfast in the pub behind here, me and Sarah did earlier. And it's a cracking breakfast. It is a cracking brekkie. Not too pricey either, it's all right. Is that nice? I might go and have another one when I'm done fishing. Come on, Mr. Ray. 12 more minutes has gone. I like to say something's happened, it hasn't. We're pretty much on slack water now, I can tell by the way the line's sitting. There's no bend in the rod, no pull. So I can absolutely... I was going to say snag then, but that pulled out. So these new rods and reels are absolutely bang on. Smoothness is incredible, but I want to feel a fish on them. That's the main thing. There's been no more boats. It's been about an hour and a half since that other vessel went. Yeah, I'm going to clip a new bait on. Ouch. Stabbed myself with a gripper lead. Just going to unclip this snood and show you this. That's what it was snagged on. A mussel. There's a mussel bed out there. That's nice to know because the hounds feed on the mussel beds, don't they? I know they're gone now, but next year there's a mussel bed out there at distance. Might be worth a shout chucking a few peelers out there or some other baits. And clip this one straight back on now. And go again. The rig's working fine. I've had one little tangle all session, but it seems to be working. As I say, done it like that with that snood. So, like when you like that, see, look, it just can't tangle. I'm not saying it can't, but if that snood was just on line coming off there, it would be in the grippers. And it seems to be fishing, to be honest. I'm bringing the baits back in untangled. They're being crabbed, but it's coming back in. Bit awkward to cast here though. You can't do it right on cue. That's why it's awkward, because there's trees. So I have to sort of come around here and do a side swipe. Probably gonna have this cast, and then one more maybe. Just hard going here. It's really deep. That is deep, that. It's a deep hole. So I'm going to bait another snood up to go. And they're probably going to be the last two casts, to be honest with you. You can't catch what's not there, that's what they say. And in all fairness, I've made sure there's been a fresh bait out there all session. Changing regular, keeping it going. Yeah, you can't catch what's not there. I'm keeping the baits going in. The fresh baits, regular. It's not happening. I'm going to have another cast. Is it going to happen? truthfully, not feeling it. I've fished it up for the last 2 hours and kept fresh baits in, and not one tap or one drop back or anything. As I say, you can't catch what's not there, but there is still time. Well, the Mersey has done me today, and that boat is, well, that's the final straw. That's going to turn the bottom over and probably spook most of the fish. Couldn't really have done no more, to be honest. Changing baits regular. I know my pal Dog's been having a few rays from round here, so there is a few about, but it's just one of them days, isn't it? So let's hope something better happens tomorrow on Mostin. So, see you in the next one.